Now then, welcome back to another episode on the Hypermine Vanilla server. No, I'm not doing another fully Patreon monument thing at all, not today, but I do have one quick alteration. And we did just have a night where I didn't sleep. One big alteration. Last time I said there was somebody who didn't have a payment authorized. Well, that was true. Their payment didn't authorize until later in the day. They did authorize a payment, and everything's cool now. So that makes a grand total of a full 10. A full 10 supporters. A full 10 patrons. So we've got the two that were already on here, Dr. Marco and Autopia. But now we also have Suomi, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. Suomi 921. Suomi 921. Thank you very much for your Patreon pledge. I am glad to see you're on the server, and I'm glad to see you've been enjoying the Patreon server. Thank you very much. To all my Patreons, once again, thank you very, very much for being my patrons and pledging your hard-earned money and making me work for it. Hopefully. Kind of. Is it work? I do spend a lot of time doing it. I hope you feel like I'm worth it. Obviously you do, because you're pledging your cash. So thank you very much. Right, this episode, we're not talking any more about the patrons. This is not their episode. Now we've got to get back into things this month. We've had a busy start of the month. Patreons is one thing that happens at the start of the month, but there's also been lots and lots of background chat and organisations and new servers popping up and all sorts of things going on. Whew, I take a breath. It's been very busy, but it's time to get back to some vanilla Minecraft over here on the Hypermine server. So I'm going to get some wood. Yes, that's right. I'm going to go get some wood. And then I'm going to go over to the temple pyramid thing and finish what I started over there. Look at the place. Looks pretty good. I like the little trim bit. I like the roof. I like the ceiling and all that kind of stuff. But what I don't like is the functionality that I've built into the place. I've literally just put a few chests down the side here. There we go. That's it. That's not a storage area, is it? What I really need, what I really need. What's that something moving up there? Pigman. How did you get up there? You spawned out here, maybe? Or you climbed up the ladder? Don't tell me you climbed up the ladder. Pigmen don't climb ladders, do they? Okay, so pigmen are joining the party over here. Desert pigmen. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, yeah. What I want is functionality. What I want is for people to be able to dump their sand in a chest. Let's say the bottom chest here, because that will allow me to put some hoppers down below. So people dump the contents of their inventory in the bottom chest, and then it gets taken out, and it will go around on a track in a minecart. Drop it all off in storage, drop it all off in storage, drop it all off in storage, drop it all off in storage. Anything that doesn't get dropped off into the storage then comes back in to the top chest. And that becomes the dump chest at the end of the line. And then somehow it starts again. Now, I don't have a lot of space down in this side of the tower, as it were. I don't have a lot of space in this side. So almost everything's going to end up being on the top or underneath. And that doesn't leave me a lot of space for the chests themselves. I'm going to come in quite a bit with this, so I've got to be very careful what I do and how I do it. I mean, simply enough, if I take some chests and I start stacking them like this, like this, right? Just simple, like this. And maybe I can't get those in. Yes, I can. Just like that, right? Already, I'm losing a fair amount of space. Also, I've got to bring it forward another couple because the minecart has got to go like underneath there or something. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 out. So if I started it underneath that lip there, then 1, 2, 3, 4 out. It's basically going to have the storage in line with this section here. Which means we're going to have a great big vaulted ceiling with flat roofs all around where the minecarts go. Now that might be okay for some. That might be okay. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe 4 chests is too much. Maybe I only actually need the 3. Maybe 3's enough. That's the next sort of stage of what I want to figure out in this place. How I want it to end up looking. I kind of like this effect for the front of it. But at the same time, I want to have maximum storage so that people can come into this section and just grab what they want. And I suppose if there were chests here, and here, like this, if there were chests along this bank here, then they could just come straight in, grab what they want, and then leave again, all within a few blocks, and all of this behind here can be the mechanics. I guess that's the only way forward, really. And then have some trendy balcony type things up above that people can get up onto the balcony and do stuff as well. I don't know exactly how it's going to turn out yet, but I've brought a lot of supplies. I've got a lot of bits and pieces with me, loads of spruce wood for making a load more chests. So I'm just going to have to crack on with it. At least if I'm doing them side on, then I only have to put 1 hopper going from the one above to the one below. I could potentially stack them a little bit closer like that because the hopper can go underneath. So there's that. Yeah. So I've got to do some messing around with some redstone and some tracks and stuff. So first off, I think I better get where my chests are going to go around this section. And then put all the hoppers in place, and then do the initial starter and run a track around the top and all that kind of stuff. So let me make some more chests and lay them all out and sort them all out, and I'll be right back. Well, I kind of got my layout sorted out. Kind of, sort of, maybe. It's working. It's a work in progress. It's working though. I'm coming up with a very simple design, a very simplistic design. Just checking out something here with just iron bars going around a little bit. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what height to maybe put them at. Maybe they go up onto the next level. I just tried this and it didn't look too bad. And the plan is to potentially do this again. Give me this on a slightly higher up bit there, so it doesn't look too odd. Just up there as well, so there'll be 2 layers of it, and one's like the balcony area, one's a balcony for the rest of it. Maybe, possibly. It's just adding another sort of layer of detail to it. What we are getting on with though, right? I've got it laid out so that all of this area down here will be sand. Then we go on to stairs and half slabs. Then we've got the fancy creeper face blocks, the chiseled sandstone and the smooth sandstone. And then we've got a whole row of just simple sandstone. And I've marked them up with frames. That's it. So there are 6 types of stand bricks. I'm not doing glass or anything like that. People have to do their own kind of glass. And I am thinking of moving the portal into that gap over there now. So it'll be a big portal over that side. But I've got to get the roof height and everything sorted out first. And above here, this is kind of going to be on top of the layer. So come up that ladder and come on top of the layer here. Just haven't completely decided whether I like this design or not yet. I'm trying to get it done, I would say, as quickly as possible. I am trying to get it done as quickly as possible because, well, I don't want to be messing around with it all night. But at the same time, I want to mess around with it for as long as it takes to get it to work and to make it look good. So, just adding a few more blocks in, and I guess I'm going to need to craft some more blocks up as well. Just going to duplicate this kind of thing all the way around. It's a good job we've got an iron farm, I can tell you. The amount of hoppers I'm using right now, it's crazy. I still haven't finished with the redstone yet. I'm still working on the facts of it, the figuring out what I need to do to make sure that it's all working properly. I have been to the nether to collect more quartz for comparators. I've been down in the mine to collect more redstone for all of that, but check it out. It doesn't look too bad, does it? It doesn't look too bad at all. It's a different design. It's not meant to look like anything in particular, but it is getting there quite nicely. So once I'd finished putting it all together around here, putting the portal into there, it didn't look too bad. I quite liked it. I'm thinking of putting the iron bars higher up to make a balcony as well, but I'm not onto the balcony stage yet. That's just the front end, the front side of things, so people can see what they're getting and all that kind of stuff. The mechanics of it are starting to be formed around here. We've got a whole sorting system, as it were, all around here, and at the minute I've just got hoppers coming in from here. So the hoppers currently run a train, or a chain of hoppers, all the way around here, down there, and into the top chest. So anything that doesn't get picked out along the way will end up in the chest. That's the idea. Now, it's a straightforward sorter. We've got the hopper chain that comes across the top, tries to drop down every time it can, right? If this has got numerous items in, if this has got a decent amount of items in, if I put just one item in, it's going to stay there because the comparator is not boasting enough signal, right? I think it's like 21 or 22 items or something like that I'm going to put in there. So once that reaches that amount and an extra item drops in, this will power fully to this block here. This block will then power through the repeater into this block, which will turn off the torch and allow this hopper to drop into there and that hopper to drop into the front one. So the whole chain of dropping from one hopper to the next will only take place once that happens. Yeah. So there's still lots of placing to do, but all of these individually are all set up now. I just need to set up each one of these item hoppers with the right items in. That's going to take some doing as well, because getting that much stuff means I'm going to have to do a lot of digging around for stuff and things. But I can do it. I can get there. I'm in a desert. Shouldn't be hard for me to find all the desert stuff, all the sand that I actually need. And another good thing, look, is this half slab level here will go straight across the top of here and meet the wall there, and I'll be able to bring the wall down with this kind of design all the way around to make it look nice, and then start sorting this out as a balcony level. So this will then be balcony level. Alrighty, well, I had to go and quickly get some more redstone, but we do have a mine at the temple. It's a very rough mine. It's not very neat and tidy, but it's still a mine at the temple. At least there's loads of resources that no one's picked at yet. So I've just been down there, just like a few minutes, dug a few blocks, maybe a stack and a half of stone, and a few other bits and pieces. Stacking a bit of stone, managed to get 6 diamond ore and 33 redstone altogether with my fortune 3. So not bad at all. That'll do me. Now I've got this section down here I'm working on, and I've been toying with the idea of using, using a minecart, and over again I have changed my mind from using a minecart to using something or anything else really, because the minecart side of things, it's a lot more processing, a lot more work and processing than just having a straight hopper run. So we've got the hoppers here, which will change, bringing from the bringing from the chest down into the hopper, and then I just want to start the hopper chain and bring the hopper chain through here, which will come across this bit and then go up or across a level. It would actually have to come across here, wouldn't it? Yeah, the hopper chain's coming across this way, and then when it gets to this sort of point over here, I want to just take it up with a nice, simple... Oh, wow, there's a space down there. Quite a big space down there. Did not know that that space was there. Well, we'll clean that up quick. There we go. I want to just basically send it straight up through a dropper tower. Nice and simple, really. I don't know where this dropper tower should be, though. It doesn't really make any difference because no matter where the hoppers come to, they go up the dropper tower and then they carry on going. So it's the same amount of hoppers. It's just where do I want the tower to be? And I think here is probably the ideal place. Yeah, I think here's the ideal place. So we want to bring it in from here. So we need the hoppers to go directly into the droppers and then go up from there. So I'm going to need to go down a few more blocks just to add a bit of redstone in. I'm going to need to be able to jump in and out of this hole as well. And my dropper chain can go up here. So if we're coming along this way, the hoppers will come along here and go to there, and then we bring it up. Let's go up, shift jumping, up to there, and then the hoppers here will go off in that direction. Dang it. Fell in a hole. Fell in my own hole. Right, let's get back up here. Right, up. There we go. Okay, so that will go into there like that. So the final dropper will go into the hopper chain again and send it off that way. Now, a little bit of redstone trickery and we should be good to go. I need to use these blocks. Let's take this out. Okay, so I'm also going to need to go around this side a little bit just to set up the redstone. That looks good to me. And let's throw these in here so I can get back out again. There we go. Alright. And may as well demolish the whole place while I'm at it. Alright, so the hopper chain comes in over here. So at this point, this is where we need a redstone torch to activate the first dropper. We're going to need a comparator coming from that dropper. Actually, the redstone might need to be on its side. So I may need to put the redstone coming out this way. Yeah, that'll do. I'll bring the redstone coming out this way. It's not too difficult, the redstone. It's just deciding which direction to come at it from. So, there, with the torch underneath. And then we can have the comparator reading to see if there's anything in the dropper from the hopper chain. And the hopper chain will just come in from this direction. Yeah, I'll finish that off in a bit. So as items come in, it will trigger this. This will then tell this block that there is power. And we'll have a torch on the end of that block to take the signal up. But that can also take the signal down. So we'll have the signal coming down here with a bit of redstone. Like that. That'll light up the bit there, which will send it back into here to turn that torch off that's in there to start the chain. Okay, so I need a repeater. I need a repeater. And I do have a crafting table on me. I think I've got everything I need on me, actually. Let's not mess around too much today. Okay, so little repeater. I think I only need the one repeater and the one comparator for this particular type of design. So yeah, every time, if there's something in there, so let's put something in there, this will light up and power this block, which will turn this torch off, which will turn this power off, which will go to there, which will then turn that on. So then that item will then get shot up, in theory. So there we go. Yep, gone. It's in the next one. Alright, so now we've got that simple setup there. Let's just block this back in, because I don't need this bit anymore. We're going to go up this section here, and put that back in there as well for the hopper chain. We're going to need to go up this section. So all I'm going to do with this is just do a simple upright over here. And Yeah, I think just another torch would do it. And then that on there, and then lots more torches. So let's do 16 more torches. That'll do. Okay. So then this is literally just a hopper chain going up. But the one that makes the difference is this side. It connects to these blocks this side. So we're going there, and we're going to go up one more, and then we're going to go there, and we're going to go out both ways. Do I need to go up one more? I don't think I need to go up one more. So that goes there. I don't know. Yeah, I do need that one up one more. I think that's probably it, actually. I think that's probably it. Let's see. So there's nothing in there. 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 Okay, we put one item in there. Let's put this chest in there. One item in there. It silently goes all the way up. There's nothing in any of these now. So does it go all the way up to the top? Yes. It must have gone all the way up to the top of the chain. So now it should have gone all the way round the hopper chain as well, because it would have gone up into this hopper. So there's nothing in any of the droppers, even though that chest is no longer on my inventory, which means the chest will have gone all the way around there. And in theory, if this all works out, that should end up in this top chest over here. There it is. Yay! Awesome. Okay, so now I just need to make the hopper chain start from here, go down this route here, turn a corner and come down into this area here and go into there, just like that. And that should then give us what we need overall to get up into the chain itself. And it's all compact in this area. That's nice. And I can hide these hoppers underneath the slabs of this section here, so I can still use this section for something else if I need to. Pretty cool. Alright, so let's put this sand away. So that sand goes into there, it'll go up, and then this first hopper will accept that sand. So this sand will start going up, it'll go 19, 19, 19, it'll drop through, and then it'll start appearing in this bottom chest here. Or it's already gone through, all 13. Was there just 13? Let's take all 13 out. That one could still have one in there. That should still have one in there. That one should still have one in there. Yes. And then those have got 22 in there. Okay. So let's try that again with this sand. Let's put 13 in there. So it comes in from the hopper chain and starts going into there. It may not. It probably won't go to the next one. The first bay should be the first one it goes to. And then it all goes into there. Yeah. It worked. There we go, 13. Exactly. Unlucky for some, lucky for me. Everything works. So all I got to do now is just fill the hoppers in, and it was a working sorting system. And then just tidy up after myself and start thinking about the next part of the project. Right, well, that is all sealed up and looking good. The practicalities of it all, everything working, everything smooth. Put stuff in the bottom, outputs at the top, easy. I will mark it up with some sort of signage though, so people know what is what with those. And then all of this is all functioning properly. Everything's going into the first slot. Sand's going into there, okay. The stairs, the half slabs. I need to get a load more stock for it. That's the next thing. Smooth stone and chiseled stone and sandstone, all going in nicely to the relevant places. So sand and sandstone are things we pick up from harvesting the desert, obviously, so they've got the most storage, and then the craftable bits from sand get put into those slots there, but people can access freely the entire inventory, and if they want to dump a load of stuff, they can just come along and dump it in the dump chest down here. Anything they dump that isn't properly meant to go in the storage will just come out into this chest and they can take it back, or it gets put into the random blocks chest or the other random blocks chest, or they put them in their ender chest. 3 little chests there for extra storage and sorting things out. All awesome. And now I've been putting this layer in. So I've been putting the half slabs down to finish off and have a nice neat finish for the balcony area on top. But I've been filling in that little gap there all the way down with some prismarine, because prismarine is one of those blocks that is infinite. We have an infinite supply of those basic prismarine blocks. It takes a little bit more to craft these ones that I'm using for the design, but still, it's not bad. Now, I'm thinking about keeping this section as simple as possible. Trying to keep it so that it looks good, but is very simplistic, just like this. Got to restart in 10 minutes. Ah, excellent. Just in time for the end of the episode, right? And I'm trying my bestest to get something like that going. Then space, then that. I've got to remember the design now. And then just finish all of this edge off here so that we've got basically a straight flat platform up and around the top of the place. I've got to decide where this is going to join as well, or whether it is going to join. It might not join. It might just be that we've got a balcony going around the sides here, in which case how do we get up to the balcony? At the minute, a ladder just there is not going to cut it. It needs to be better than that. But where? I don't know yet. Maybe one of these little alcoves here will be a stairs up instead of a bed. That should work. Alright, let me get on with filling all this in. Alrighty, well, that is all sealed in nicely. I decided to go with... okay, it's not all sealed in nicely. I've just remembered that that little bit needed doing. It's all sealed in nicely. There's just a little bit left to do. There we go. I've put a 3 wide here to match the 3 wide there, so that we've still got a full walk around the balcony area. Now the balcony area needs a bit more work, but it is all decorational work up in the balcony area. There's no real reason for anybody to come up here apart from to admire the scenery. The balcony area is going to be just that. So all of the mechanics of the sorting system are all put away behind all of that and out the way so nobody can see it. I know where to get to it when I need to get to it. I can break a few blocks here and there and get through. Or I could go through the back here and get to it this way. And get into all the workings and doings. Tidy it all up a bit, make sure it's all nice. It's all well lit and everything's on half slab, so it's all good back here. I'll probably block off the back of this portal just so that there's no accidental appearing and then going through out that way instead of coming out this way. When you come out here, then there's the original temple diamond. The original temple diamond star thing in the middle there. Still got the mine shaft down there. It's got all of the unclaimed beds with their own personal chests and everything for all their own sleeping arrangements. Nemdog's still got his place for when he comes round with me. And everything is now automatically sorted. When you put stuff into the deposit chest like this, stuff goes in. If you happen to put some other things in by mistake, then those will go into the deposit chest, get sorted through and around, and then come back out to the unsorted chest and be able to be picked out from here. And of course the other chest is still there for other people to put whatever they wanted. May do some kind of payment or freebies or something like that in there so that people can take what they want and deposit what they don't want or what they feel like they want to donate. And then anybody who does any sand work in here at all can just put the excess stock in that chest to be sorted out and then grab exactly what they want. So for instance, let's say somebody comes along and they need a lot of sand. Well, they can get the sand from here. If there's not enough sand here for them, then they go off into the desert and they start digging. When they're digging, they end up bringing back a load of sandstone, which they can't turn into glass. So they deposit all the sandstone into here, and the sandstone will get sorted out, along with all the glass, along with all the sand, should I say. And then they can come along and take as much sand as they want and head on through the portal. Meaning that the next time someone else arrives, the excess stock of the sandstone will be in this chest here, ready for their project with sandstone. All in all, pretty good. But that is all we've got time for in today's episode. So thank you very much for watching another episode of the Hypermine Vanilla. I will be doing some more on the decorational side in the next Hypermine day, which is coming up on Wednesday. This next Wednesday coming. I think it's Wednesday the 13th. Wednesday the 13th of July, that's right. So I will be here throughout different segments of the day, doing different things on the vanilla server and the modded server for Hypermine Day, where we'll all be streaming live for a very long time, taking it in turns to host the streams and all that kind of stuff. So join us if you can next Wednesday and have some input into how the design of the beautifying of the balcony gets done. Until then though, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next week in another episode. Until then, goodbye.